I think this is the last kind of generation of putting college on a pedestal. I think our kids, my kids, will be the parents that walk away. I really do. It doesn't work anymore. The debt, in comparison to what you get in return, is broken, and there's pressure. And you guys probably know this since you're in the financial sector, the college debt number is non-sustainable for our economy. At some point, the same ramifications that the banks took, I always loved when everybody was mad at the banks. I was like, the bank didn't make you buy a house you knew you couldn't afford. Not that the banks were great, but yeah, I mean, look, banks played their part, but there was no accountability. Like, you're $100,000 in debt, you make $88,000 a year, you think it's a good idea to buy a $400,000 home? I think that's about to happen to college. When the economy adversely gets affected in the macro by school, college will take the blame, not people. People aren't gonna take the blame. Parents aren't gonna take the blame for forcing their kids to go to college. You know, we're gonna blame college. So I think that's next. I really do.
It's becoming a first world luxury to be able to afford even a public college education.
I just applied to grad school to get my MBA, and I applied at a few schools, and most of the programs were 120 plus. And for me, I'm going to Michigan State for their executive program, and it was $80,000, and I thought, wow, that's a great deal, because. And even that's a staggering number. I have no undergrad.
And are you
debt.
getting debt? Are you going to collect debt?
Yeah.
And so for me, that $108,000 that it's going to cost you in the macro, how that materializes on the back end over a 5 to 50 year period is what I'm fascinated by. There is no blanket answer. It may work amazing. He may apply for a job with that MBA to a decision maker who went to Michigan State, and that is the reason it becomes ROI positive. Or the economy may collapse in 3 years, and by the time he can leverage that paper with that debt, there is no job that will pay for the value that he committed. That's not what college was in 1970, 80, 90. There was a real ROI against that piece of paper, right? I mean, this is homework. I'm 43, so I'm not a kid, but you definitely know, like, it was, I mean, to go to undergrad in a not top 50 school is become super not smart. If your parents are paying for it because they can afford it and you can enjoy yourself. But what's really funny, when I get into really calm intellectual colleges about debates about college, what I find most fascinating is how quickly somebody who's pro-college will go into the debate to say, well, what about growing up and the dorm and the atmosphere? The fact that the education is not the ROI. The fact that leaving home is, I'm like, cool, you can go travel Europe.
Yeah, backpack.
Give me $80,000. I'll grow you up.
Yeah.
The Army was a great, play for a lot of people and still continues to be for a lot of people. Yeah.
So Gary,